Number 8. Take 1.
These little son of a guns hiding your brush. You just have to push them out.
The Eskwilax Hour,
This is your
shooting
world,
live
your
from
creation.
Boa Heights since 2015. La hora del Eskwilax en vivo desde 2015 de Boa Heights.
Good afternoon, Hogan.
That
Why are you running? Ron, welcome back to the Eskwilax Hour, episode 146, every Friday from 4 to 6. Today we're going to be having 3 guests, Maritza, Rudy L, and Jesse with an I. One's a painter, one's a paper mache artist, and the other is an artist, music artist. So, right now we're still waiting for them, but we're going to talk about some social issues, anything going on in LA, Boyle Heights, and the areas around. Efren, you want to come out? um, I- so recently we had the opportunity to be at the art walk. That was my first time actually. It happened to be in downtown LA. I gotta say it was a really good experience. There was a lot of artists, vendors, musicians, and people I've never met, but ended up being really cool. I got to meet one of my favorite artists there.
Me? Me?
Yes, Efren.
No, go ahead, man. I didn't mean to interrupt.
But enough about me. I want to know what's up with that art show.
Oh, but did you let everybody know that the Eskwilax Hour does live painting,
Live painting right now.
local issues?
Local issues, painting, music, local artists,
Interviews,
interviews.
and we get creative.
Super creative.
No.
So tell me about the art show, man. What happened there? Did you see anything cool? Anything you like?
Oh yeah. We actually went with the whole drum box crew. You know, Louis, Nolan, Gypsy. Shout outs to all of them. Burrito Lady, Edna, Hoken, Joe, Matt, everybody out there that made it. You said you were trying to make it, right?
Yeah, I tried to make it, but I couldn't pick up the tickets. You know. Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean it was a pretty busy week for everybody too. I was just going back and forth on the coffee shop too, so it's kind of difficult, just kind of coordinating everybody. But you know, it's cool.
I feel you, man. Did you like your surprise party?
Oh, that was the same day because it was a surprise. You know, thank you again, and everybody from Yeska that made it that day. Everybody that came through. It was kind of quick. I mean, just 'cause like the whole art show happened so quick,
Yeah.
and I had to like set up, and you know, we only there for an hour. And
That's fine. At least it was fun, you know. At least everybody got together. We were enjoying ourselves. Ate some
I
cake.
mean, yeah, that was helpful. It helped me just kind of distress and not to think about all like the. Oh, I see why you guys started, 'cause the clock stopped. The clock stopped working.
Clock has stopped working.
But
Where's Time Wizard at?
so yeah, like we saw Cheech Marin. He was in the crowd.
Oh, I got questions, man. So how was the first day actually? The one where you got to go to?
Oh, the first day, that was the day I just kind of rushed in there, and you know, I just had some flyers I just wanted to put out there for the show because I was late. I was supposed to be there at 7. Apparently there was like performances that I didn't get to see.
Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, I missed out on most of them too, cause I saw I saw people posting about it, and they were like, you know, oh, these performers. And I was like, dang, I didn't get to see that
How
just
many
because I
were
was
there?
late. There was a few. Remember, cause we were at the party. That's why I wasn't able to just make it like right away. Cause I was even I had my long sleeve shirt and trying to look, kind of decent.
I feel you, man. It was like a whole day rushing.
Yeah, cause we went back and forth. Remember, we drove to the west side and came back with Marcos.
I ended up getting there on time too, like right before Efren left, or was about to leave.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. That day, I was just going out the door. But yeah, we talked to Mab Graves. She was awesome. She's a pop surrealist painter from like the Midwest, I believe. I have a bad memory, so. But people can catch that online on YouTube. They can
Yep.
catch that.
Live interviews from the art show on YouTube, Eskwilax Hour, exclusive.
Yeah, those are very exclusive because we even had a Saber graffiti legend on there.
Yeah, I saw that one. I was like, damn, that's crazy, man. Like, so is he cool? He's chill.
Yeah, well, we asked him a couple of just simple questions, especially I asked him like when was the first time he picked up a spray can, and he told the audience like the whole
Yeah.
story behind it.
Jesus, man. So I got a question for you then. When was the first time you picked up a spray can?
When I stopped skateboarding because I kept messing my legs up. So I was like, all right, well, I can't afford to be a skater because hospitals are expensive.
You used to be a skater?
Yeah, I mean, I used to like all these stuff, but kick flips, heel flips, impossibles, but they were possible.
Hey,
apparently.
we're gonna battle after this though.
I mean, that was like 15 years ago, man. I can't do that no more.
I mean, I stopped skating around 18.
Do you have a skateboard?
Not anymore. I usually just ride bikes. I used to also, BMX and shit like that.
Yeah, usually it went from like one thing to the next thing, but for us, it was like we went from skateboarding to graffiti.
Yeah, for me it was mostly like it went from art to graffiti, then to skating, and then to BMXing, and then freestyling and MCing and stuff.
Yeah, yeah, you're an MC right now, right?
Yeah.
You wanna spit something for us really quick? You got a poem up your sleeve that you can just throw at us?
Yeah. Nah, I got something. Hold on. No, we're good.
He said we're good.
We good. Backspace upon command whenever life written easy enough. Pressing on my chest like my airways ain't breathing. Seeing is what I really don't need. I won't see what I don't need. If the whole scene's a hoax, please release my soul from the binds that have my eye. Black hole media feed upon destructive lies. Are my words true to bond? Or they won't listen cause they too scared to die. I ain't afraid of passing away. I'm afraid they'll take my brain away. Recycle and flavor great. Tossing razor blades and sharpen opinions in a way that makes you say that fool's a liar, but my heart's still trying to save. I won't believe it black, brown, on hold. But if a man has the money, then the color changes. So that's what I'm told to know. Shit, my money comes and goes, and I still feel that I'm the greatest. I know it's so, and now I'm hearing that our protectors love to switch up. Every now and then they're breaking risks, cause power and greed matches coward and free, so they're free to be in power, hiding coward and greed. Agreed, the power proceeds to be inside with disease. I feel I'm blessed up to the core of infinity, cause when the world is feeling down, the whole disappears in me, and I rise up to meet above the standards.
Woo!
Thank you.
That's right.
Thank you.
Finally, we got some of that. Low fire.
Ah,
Thank you. Thank you,
you.
Low. Thank
Thank
you for sharing with us. You're awesome.
but yeah.
Yeah, man. No, yeah, the whole experience at the LA Art Show,
Dude,
it was awesome.
I should have gone, man. I saw so many like pictures and videos, and I was just like, damn, I should have been there.
No, I mean, besides, yeah, just doing the interviews, we're pretty busy. Just like I said, we like dropping off flyers. I went all over the convention center, just kind of putting them in like secret spots, hoping people will pick some up. Just kind of get more people to
Hey,
watch the show.
How many did you bring again? I gotta know, cause I forgot how many I counted, and I was like, damn, that's a lot.
What, the flyers?
Yeah,
It's like 5,000 of those things.
that's a lot of fucking flyers.
We had a big stash, and we still have some left. We still need to go put them out over here in Boa Heights and
yeah,
everywhere
we gotta go around
downtown.
and spread that out.
But yeah, I mean, it was awesome. Like Cheech was dope. He had his manager with him. So
Did you sing?
Cheech,
Yeah.
he's a singer.
Nah, I'm just playing, man.
No, I don't know. I mean, I don't keep up with him, but I know he's deeply in the cannabis industry,
Yeah.
and he's also like I think he built the museum, or he has a museum
Yeah. I think
for
it's a
like
museum.
Chicano art or something.
Yeah. I don't know the name of it, but I know there's like a couple things he's doing behind the scenes.
Well, did you get to study for the guests this week? We have like Maritza. I believe she's a
I
painter.
studied a good amount. I looked over their profiles, saw what they did.
I saw a dude, Rudy. Is that his name?
Yeah, Rudy.
It says paper mache.
He also does surreal art.
Surreal?
Surrealism and stuff like that. He paints too, not just paper maches.
Yeah, 'cause I went off the paper mache name. I'm like, all right, he must build like sculptures or, a lot of people build like, big art, like pieces that they just set up in the middle of places.
Yeah. And then we got Jesse with an I. Jesse.
Yeah, you met Jesse, right?
Yeah,
You
he's
met-
really cool, man. I'm telling you, I'd be freestyling with him for like, back and forth for a couple days. We actually had a little battle the other day.
Yeah, right at the Zapotec open mic.
Nah, wasn't it? Was it an open mic? It was just a get together, wasn't it?
Was it on the Sunday?
I think Maritza's here.
It was like the super open mic where everybody could just like come on and show up, right?
Yeah, and then like it was just like a whole bunch of like vendors and artists, and it was pretty fun. I met this guy. He's from Spain. I think that's what he said. He's from Spain. Like,
Is it Spain or Argentina?
I'm not sure, man. Either or, but like he's a really good artist. He was drawing this girl while she was drawing her art.
Oh yeah. I just remember that.
Yeah, he painted her.
He was painting Cruz Emilia.
Yeah, he painted her art, and then he painted her too while she was floating and stuff, and like all the background. This is crazy, He did it like in a couple 2 hours.
Yeah, and then she was painting the girl next to her.
Yeah,
And he painted that too.
yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like that guy's crazy. He had a
It's-
funny laugh, but
It's
that guy's
Inception.
cool. I don't know, man. Artception.
Maybe somebody was painting him while he was painting her while she painted the other girl.
Chill out, bro. It's too much for me.
You never know who's watching.
I think the other artist is here.
Yeah. What time is it? Let me check. What time is it?
It is.
Oh, it's early.
It's early.
Yeah. You wanna go say hi to her, and I'll just keep the audience busy right here with my nonsense.
Yes, Squire. I do believe so. I will be back.
Well, Hoken did all that work, and it's on the couch. But yeah, thanks to everybody that's been coming to the open mics. From with Marco, camera down. Oh wait, no. But yeah, from Yeska Interior, and we have this one coming up. It's actually Fragile Collective with a sometimes absurd.
Everybody, the Eskwilax Hour on Dronebox Art
Oh,
Blitz
there you
with
go.
Matt. Thank you guys for watching live. Yeah, what's up, everybody out there? And we are honored to have Saber right here to talk to.
You can hear that video, right? Yeah, I can hear it. But you can't hear me, right?
I mean, I don't know if you guys
Yo.
kept up since day one.
Huh? Yeah, that's kind of the trick. And it froze.
You know how we started? It was just me and the board doing some graph, just practicing the graph I used to do when I was a youngster. And one of the people that I used to see a lot in the magazines was your stuff, man. The big piece on the river.
The big piece on the river.
What year was that?
That was 1997.
1997, and I remember seeing it in like 2005, 2004.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It sat for about 12 years.
12 years?
12 years it sat. Of course, it got dissed at one point,
Yeah, I seen
and I went back and fixed it. And then the Army Corps of Engineers is the ones that. If you see, there's a little dot right there in the middle. That's me.
And that leads to my other question. When was
Alright,
the first time you got?
I'll
picked
talk
up a
right now,
can?
Marco.
Like,
1988.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me? You turn off their voice? You can turn it down. That way I could just explain what's going on.
And so I remember.
So as
skating
you
by
guys
the
are
Venice
watching,
Pavilion for
that's
the first
me
time,
on
and
the
it still had the original
far
mural on the
right.
walls.
the
And
walls were
and-
taller, right?
oh, that was
Your
it was
left,
a whole
my right?
theater,
Yeah, yeah.
amphitheater, and it was very dangerous
But
to go down
yeah,
there.
and
You
then
don't
that's
wanna
the
go
famous
walk in
Saber.
there. You didn't want to walk into that bathroom
with
either.
Matt
That was
Gleason
bad.
on the
I would hold it.
with the glasses.
Go pee in the ocean.
The
Matt
bathroom
Gleason,
in the
he actually
pavilion
had his
area
show there
was
live the
bad.
entire time.
Smelling.
We're not going to get into details.
I don't know how many
So,
artists he interviewed in
I'm
total,
talking, okay, anyway.
and
so
that's how we were able to.
I skate by and I see
as
this little spray
the
can with
Eskwilax
a
hour,
face
we
on
kind
it.
of did a little small
And I was like,
segments
damn,
on
that's
his
so
show,
cool. What is that? I
which
mean, I'm
we
a little kid.
appreciate
I'm
on,
like,
Buddy,
you know, from him.
buddy, the Eskwilax Hour on Drone Box.
And Marco is
Art Blitz with Matt. Thank you guys for watching live.
happy with the videos.
Yeah, what's up, everybody out
But
there?
yeah, and then you can see some
And
of
we are
Saber's
honored to
artwork
have,
in the background.
Saber
That's
right
actually
here to
pretty
talk
close
to,
by the
I mean, I don't know
Artmen's
if you
and
guys
work
kept up since day one.
Craftsman.
You know how we
Art-
started? It was
I
just
forgot the
me
name
and
of the art
board
store, but it's right here
doing
on
some
7th
graph,
Street,
just practicing
near
the graph
downtown
I used to
LA.
do when I was a youngster.
And that's where Saber
And one of the
did his-
people that I
one
used
of
to
his
see a lot in the magazine
most
was
recent
your stuff.
murals, I
The-
guess you
the
can
big
call it,
piece on the river.
with spray can and
the big piece on the river.
What year was that?
just acrylic.
That was 1997.
1997.
You
And I
hear
remember
Derek
seeing
up
it in
there.
like 2005, 2004.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It sat for about 12 years.
And now you
12
can see
years?
Saber's
12 years
piece.
it
He actually
sat.
talked about that
Of course,
piece
it got,
just because
it
I
got
mentioned
dissed
it
at
to
one
him.
point,
Yeah, I seen
and I
that.
went back
That's
and
like
fixed it,
infamous.
and
That
then the
that
Army
piece
Corps
is
of
like-
Engineers.
He said it ran for
is the
like
ones
12
that-
years.
If you see, there's a
on the
little
river.
dot right there in the middle. That's
That's
me.
a really long time. And
That
just
leads
I
to
was
my
I
other
was glad that
question.
I was
When
able to
the
talk
first
to him
time
about
you picked up a can,
you know,
like,
all the graph
1988.
do you
side
remember,
of his
like-
work because
Oh
he
yeah, I
does
saw, I
do
saw
fine
a
art
risky piece
nowadays.
in the Venice Pavilion. I used to go
And
to
he's talking
I
about
used
you
to go
know
to the
how
Venice
that's what he's up
Beach to
to.
go skateboard.
And like I mentioned, you guys can actually catch the interview on our YouTube on the Eskwilax Hour. So make sure to check that out. And it's frozen again. Marco? Can they hear me? So yeah, you guys can keep hearing me. You can turn me back onto the...
Buddy, welcome to the Eskwilax Hour, the special edition
Oh yeah,
at the
Mav.
LA Art Show.
Mav Graves. Yeah, Mav Graves was dope. She was really nice as a... Oh yeah, she was tall. I mean, most people are taller than me, so pretty much. But yeah, she was awesome. We got to see some of her work on that we brought onto the monitor with thanks to the banana caster. That you know, that's the invention by Louis Silverstein. He was able to go live at the convention center. You guys can see her work in the backdrop right there in that video. And I was just kind of, you know, telling her that on the show, I'm bad at names and how I forget names. I mean, it's not the best comment to make, but I just like to be straight up with people. You know, I even asked her how you pronounce her name, because... Yeah, Mav, yeah. Because I was going to say Mav, because, you know, that's what I'm familiar with. But yeah, no, she said Mav. And yeah, she was really nice. A lot of people hit me up online about her too, that they have seen her work and they love her. And no, she's from the Midwest. Mav is from the Midwest. She just comes to LA for like the special art shows. Do you have the other artists, Marco? Cristobal? Keep talking. Yeah, you guys can see. Like, I had a good time just interviewing Mab. Sorry, guys, I was like about to sneeze, and my mic got caught up in here. All right. Like I was mentioning, yeah, she said she has a whole series of the paintings with the small girls on them, and then she also does a lot of dinosaur. So her style is pop surrealism, and she's been doing it for quite a while. And it's I believe it's oil. I don't quite remember, but it looks like oil painting. Cause oil painting is like a lot more smoother. Well, at least to me. But She's also in the interview. She also told us how she came
Special
up with
episode
the
of the
names.
Eskwilax Hour here at the LA Art
And,
Show.
make
We
sure
are
you guys
here
check
right
that out
now
on
with
our YouTube,
Cristobal.
just so you can hear the words straight from her. And on this one, it's Cristobal Valecillos. And I was telling him that I was calling him the wrong name because they actually printed his name tag with the wrong name. And I read it off his name tag. And I told him, you know, it says Valencia. He's like, no, it's Valecillos. But then I'm like, whoa, your name tag? Anyways, I was just, yeah, he's a really nice person. This interview was actually in Spanglish because he is from Venezuela, and I was able to, we were talking English and Spanish. But yeah, he's a photographer from Venezuela, and he does multimedia. And then for this LA art show, because he said he's been there more than once, he actually made masks from recycled materials. And the masks are actually from, I believe, a town. Well, there's a town in Venezuela, I think it's called Yare, where they have a celebration that has to do with like the Diablo. And then they wear masks to kind of represent that. And they use the materials that are available to them over there. But in this case, he wanted to bring like part of that celebration into his photography. And he made the masks out of like recycled, some of them are like, let's say like prescription paper bags, like candy bar wrappers, just different types of wrappers that represent things that are like demons to us. Like, you know, if you eat too much sugar, it's bad for your health. I think he had one with like oil, talking about how the oil industry affects the planet. There was a lot of environmental messages in his work. He's actually one of our neighbors right here in the art district. So maybe one of these days we'll go like interview him at his place, or just stop by and say hi. We'll get like a camera and we'll go down there and then we'll share it with you guys on the show.
Yo viví en Francia antes de acá.
Oh, sí, cierto, habías
Te
mencionado.
decía que me fui a Nueva York, me cansé de pasar hambre. I got tired of struggling in New York.
What else you got, Marco? Oh, Marco got a clip of Sebastian. This is our second interview with him. Hulk is gonna tell you what he sees on there for a second.
Second interview, mini interview.
So right
the first
now-
one over there.
Second one, yeah.
Our friend Efron's gonna take a break. He had an urgent phone call. But yeah, I mean, I was at the convention for a good bit. I was photographing. I got to meet. Well, I didn't get to formally meet him, but I did take photos of Cheech from Cheech and Chong. And he seemed like a really humble dude. I mean, people were kind of hounding him and crowding around him. But besides that, he seemed like a really grounded guy. Besides that, I got to meet two other artists. I don't recall their names, but yeah, I was there for the event, taking photos for Dronebox and for the Banana Caster. And yeah, I mean, the rest of the footage is quite self-explanatory. You can watch it on YouTube at Dronebox. Yeah, all live, pretty much all the time. Hey, Lo, where you at? He's over there having conversation.
You said somebody already painted over, so you said pretty sure.
Yeah, it's just got a little tag on it, and I just gotta go fix it. Basically,
something quick, right?
yeah. If I find a good color, I'm not sure I still have the good color.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a while, right?
I mean, I painted that wall like a year ago, and you know, like stuff in LA, like, well, it lasts only that long, you know, like it's like, yeah, when you paint on the street, that's part of the game. Is it's gonna get painted on at some point, you know. It's ephemeral.
True. But
So
what about tell us a little about yourself? Like for those that didn't watch the last
Sure who the
interview.
artist is, but I
Well, I
think he
was
does
born and
cartoons.
raised in Paris, France, 35 years ago, and I moved to LA like 10 years ago. So yeah, just being fully French, I can tell the beginning of my adult life, and now I'm like half American, I guess, you know.
You said about 10 years ago?
Yeah, in 2007 I moved to LA, and I barely spoke English. I mean, I barely speak English now still, you know.
No, you're good. You're good. We got you. We got
no,
you.
yeah, I mean, it's basically I moved 10 years ago, and now planning on staying here, you know.
Another 100 years.
Another 100 years, yeah, exactly.
Oh, I don't know if you can see on the monitor. They got a little one of your.
Oh
they
yeah,
took
little
some
characters,
shots of that.
yeah. Yeah, that was part of the show, actually, yeah.
You mainly use aerosol, right? And
I use like paint markers a lot, like postcard markers a lot, and spray can. Yeah, on walls I use mainly spray can. Yeah,
okay, so that one wasn't spray paint, or part of it.
and that was spray paint base, and
Yes,
then
you
like
can.
on top of it is just marker. Yeah,
And how long does it take you to do a piece like that?
like this, I don't know. It depends. I mean, because I work on like different pieces at the same time, so you know, I let like paint dry on one thing and then work on another thing. So I don't know. I would do something like that with something else in a few days. You know, like yeah, in a few days, I would say, yeah.
What about what do you think of the LA Art Show?
I think it's great. I mean, it's a great venue, like great art, and I think like there's a lot of like traditional art mixed with like really contemporary and progressive art. So I think that's really good. You know.
Were you able to go through it today?
Yeah, yeah. No, yesterday I went through it. Yeah.
Oh, yesterday?
Yeah.
Yeah, because you need a good like 2-3 hours of actually exploring,
Yeah.
going to each one.
Yeah, I mean,
I've
I
gone,
don't
like,
spend
parts
that
of
much
it.
time in front of pieces in general. So, like in museums, I just walk through generally and stop in front of the pieces I like. So I do the same thing in an event like that. Yeah.
What about right now? Like, what's one of the pieces that you caught your eye?
I mean, I have to say those like weird 3D sculptures, like flattened out weird.
Oh, yeah,
sculptures,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
that
Do you
really,
remember the artist?
I don't, but that's really
Yeah.
striking.
Yeah, I saw that.
And like, I mean, Saber's booth too is just like, you know, like amazing of.
Yeah, he was doing the
contrast too.
collab with like the wines, right? I don't know if you
Yeah,
saw
I mean,
that.
he just like destroyed the booth with whole
Sick.
black and like extinguisher and all that, and I think that's like really amazing, especially in the middle of all that like clean art, you know, like clean gallery art. You have like a little bit of the street inviting itself, you know.
Yeah, unfortunately, I wasn't here when he did it. I just saw
Yeah.
him like after, like an hour after.
But he's supposed to do like some more on it, I think.
He's
Like,
gonna add to
yeah.
it. Maybe one of these years you're gonna go up there too.
Well, yeah, hopefully, yeah.
You got any up and coming projects that you can talk about with us?
I mean, a lot of it I can't talk about, but then I'm like working on merchandise, like on the side, like for myself, basically, you know, like. So like working on shirts and like maybe a print like in the near future and like, you know, like stuff like that, basically.
Do you have a website where people can find all this merch?
I
Or not
don't-
yet?
No, not yet. No, it's like in the building.
Yeah, actually, I think I went to one of the galleries event and I got one of your shirts. It had like your
Yeah, the
characters
little
on it.
pocket ttea. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's what it
Yeah,
was.
yeah.
Yeah, it was for some event out there.
I think it was for the Smoking Fish show. Actually.
Was it?
Yeah, yeah, I believe so. Or maybe
Probably.
it was for the Bow event, like the vaping.
Yeah, it was like a
cigarettes
yeah,
stuff,
yeah. I think that's what it was. Oh yeah, and then you did the wall with the what was that, chargers? The little charger?
Yeah, it was chargers for like electronic cigarettes, and people were taking it. Like I painted, like they just puzzled it out on the wall, and I just like painted on the thing. And at the end of the event, people were just picking it up from the wall, basically, and bringing it
Yeah,
home.
I
you know?
remember that. I got a
Yeah.
piece of it. It was
You
dope.
did?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got one. I don't use the cigarettes, but it's cool to have
Oh,
a
yeah.
piece by you.
Yeah.
And have you done anything with the gallery recently?
No, I mean I have like 2 group shows like coming up like this month, you know, like Space Downtown and then like at the Angel City Brewery next week.
Oh yeah, Angel City.
Yeah, so I'm part of a group show over there, like that a friend organized.
You're just busy.
Whoa.
This year is keeping you
I
really
mean,
busy. already.
last year was
Oh, good
busy. This year I
afternoon.
expect to be
Okay.
even busier and just like, you know, like work even harder. So that's the plan.
Chill
Yeah.
out.
What about like Instagram? Where can people find you?
Well, mostly on Instagram, really, at this point, and I am working on my website, but it's taking longer than expected.
Good afternoon. We're back on the Eskwilax Hour, episode 146. Today, our artist, Maritza, is here.
Hi.
Hello. So, to get us started, you want to tell us anything about yourself? You know, where you come from, how you started art, stuff like
Oh.
that?
Sure. I'm originally from Utah, and I moved to LA about 15 years ago.
Whoa.
But so I've been here for a while, and I was studying fashion design initially, and I always really liked art, but it just ended up like there wasn't anything else I would rather do.
Bet. That's how I feel about music.
It's my favorite.
How did you like Utah?
Utah is cool. It can be like not very diverse though, but I love all my homies from Utah.
That's
so
good.
yeah, there's a lot of cool ladies over there.
I
Shout
bet.
out.
You shout anybody out if you want. So, how do you like LA, Boyle Heights, any of the surrounding areas?
LA's been really good. Boyle Heights is great. I love Boyle Heights. What they're doing as far as trying to fight gentrification and sort of like make more space for themselves is really important, I think. I don't think I recently moved to East LA, and I didn't realize, I think, how much gentrification affects everybody. And you know, you could see it happening everywhere. It's not that it just happens here. It happens like everywhere. There's like cycles going on.
Yeah, it's all over the place.
So it's a mind fuck.
So, any local spots you like to visit? You know, any shops that grew on you since you came here?
I love Espacio. They've been like the best. Yeah. So supportive. There's a place next to my house, Virginia's, that I really love to go eat at. Spaces to go out. I don't know. There's lots of really cool spots like all over LA.
That's good. That's good. So, tell us about your art. So, what do you like to do? Any resemblance to other artists that you admire?
Resemblance. I'm not sure. Like, I think I try to keep like my stuff like really personal and specific to my aesthetic, or well, it just comes out like kind of.
I feel you. Like, you
different.
just try to keep the origin of it.
Yeah, I try not to like work off of anybody else's work.
I feel you.
But maybe just like I reference a lot of like Aztec codices and stuff like that. I'm trying to research more like my cultural background, things like that. So I'm really into like.
Hi guys.
Hi.
Efren's joining.
I just came in right now. I'm just listening to your conversation.
Would you like to add on?
I mean, I would just like to ask, what is like your family, like have they like always stayed in LA or originally?
Oh, well, my family doesn't live here. They live in Utah. They're actually Mormon.
No. I mean, I have the coffee shop over there, so I get to meet a lot of people, and I've actually met people that have come from Utah that live in LA now, and they talk about the Mormon community over there, and they also are involved in that. But more like no, I was saying it just because you said your paintings, they're you.
Oh, my background. So my grandparents are both from Mexico, and on my mom's side it's Otomi, and then on my dad's side is Aztec. More.
And Otomi is.
Otomi is kind of I don't forget where they're located.
No, it's okay. I mean, we've had, like I said, many artists with different backgrounds on the show.
Mhm.
Remember River? He was telling us about the how his background. They are from out here. I forgot the name of the, you know, the gente, the people that originally from California.
Oh.
Um,
Tongva?
yes, yes, yeah, that's Tongba, the Tongba. That's what I'm saying. That we've had many different backgrounds. That's why I like to ask, because I like
Oh
to
yeah.
learn.
Well, on my mom's side, they're not really like I know she said like my great grandmother spoke Otomi, but you know, we kind of lost it. So I'm sort of getting back into trying to figure out or like connect more with it. But I know they do a lot of like really beautiful artwork with animals and like patterning, like the white with maybe like all blue or all pink, like embroidery.
All right, yeah.
So maybe you've seen it.
So, about your art, what styles of art do you use?
Well, I think it's more of a graphic style. It's really focused on like female empowerment and like connecting to your roots, I would say. So a lot of focus on color and lately like maybe more trying to express like emotions through it.
And like, usually, do you have what types of messages did you say you have in your?
Yeah, that's right.
Messages, it's just like whatever I guess I feel like at the time. So maybe currently as I'm having like a lot of cultural identity issues maybe. uh, it's hard when you grow up in a culture that isn't where your identity is not really embraced. But in Utah, you know, there wasn't a lot of Latinos. There's not like much POC. So I feel like if you're there, it can be really isolating.
So you lived out there for a while.
Oh yeah, I grew up there.
And how is it different from like LA? I don't know if he already asked that, but
Kind of.
is it like 360 completely different?
Yeah, it's totally different. Just well, while I was out there, I went to I went to a restaurant and they had like pozole on the menu and it was spelled with like an S instead of a Z and like just like in a like totally white.
Were the people serving it? Were they like?
Yeah, it's like you know like a white space.
Oh, okay. I mean, because yeah, they'll try to do interpretations of that, and
Yeah.
pretty sure it wasn't the best, but
Oh, I didn't.
I guess they were just trying to
order
reach
it.
out to like the community. If they see, there's some Mexican families moving in or something.
I don't think that's what it was about. I don't know. Utah's different. I mean, everybody like has things they need to work on and stuff, but like it's just not a very. It can be not inclusive. And when I was
There's like
growing up.
sections of the city that are like pretty. No, not everybody's welcome, pretty much.
It's not on purpose, really. It's just like you're just so foreign that
We
that
just float apart from each other.
yeah.
It's all more natural.
It's just you're just like don't fit in really.
Yeah, I mean, like I've experienced that before. It's not
Yeah.
nothing not uncommon for me. Like I've gone to West LA, and like
Oh, yeah.
just like 2 months ago, I went to a CVS, and like I had somebody just follow me, and I actually had on my social media, I posted about it. Like
Yeah.
there was this lady, she was just following me for no reason,
Yeah. It's
So, I mean,
LA is different though.
Yeah,
It has that too, but it's like more
Open about letting other people in.
yeah, or it's just more obvious here when like people are like segregated or because there's so much diversity you can see like when things are happening. But I think like in Utah or places maybe more in the Midwest where your culture is like totally different, it can be not on purpose, it can be just like oh, we're used to doing things this way, and like, I don't know, it's a space thing. It's like, it's that's why I'm saying like gentrification, etc. It's not just here, it's like a whole everywhere. There's like different things going on.
Well, I mean, around last year, we also talked about the pipeline. You know, how they just moved in, took over, kicked the mall out. Even though it was a big fight, they still, you know, they lost. And then, like, months later, the whole thing burst. Well, not the whole thing, but parts of it.
Yeah.
And that's just a form of it. You know, they kind of just, you know, okay, we're taking this, and you can't do much about it.
Yeah. Well, I think
It's just like what's happening here in Boa Heights. It's just like
Mm.
people are just moving in, all right, and then just like everybody, it's just they're just moving in and not really contributing to the people that are already here.
Yeah. I think each area is so specific to like the issues that they're dealing with that you really can't, I don't know. It's overwhelming.
Yeah, it's overwhelming. I mean, 'cause I like I said, I have the coffee shop next door.
Yeah.
But also, I don't typically like. I don't know if you've been there, but we do sell just like coffee, teas, and like food that isn't like Mexican food that what everybody's used to out here. But we don't alienate the community. You know, I talk to people in Spanish and I tell them what we're selling.
Yeah.
And we do open mics and include a lot of people that live in this neighborhood.
Yeah.
So we're like, you know, we're here, but we're also trying to contribute.
Right, right. Yeah, I think inclusion is like so important for everybody to try to, you know, do with whatever aspect you're at, or wherever you're at, like in your workspace, in your life. Like, so I think sometimes people, when they feel like they're doing like, when their stuff is about like social justice or stuff like that, a lot of times like people are like, oh, this is what I'm about, but like my home life or whatever, that's separate, that's different, you know, like I don't want to bother with that.
Yeah. No, it's okay. It's okay. No, we just like to ask, like, you know, like the questions that an audience would ask. Like let's see, right now we have like a live audience, and they would like ask, you know, simple questions and just. Cause I mean, it's one thing like we're on camera, but if they were here, you know, those are like the questions we would get from them.
Yeah.
So jumping into your art, what's going on here?
Oh, well, this is a mural I did a few years ago. I've been really into the statues that I think they're Aztec, where they have the like different faces opening up. And so I've been kind of working off of that theme where it shows maybe like different levels of yourself or like the ego. So this was just kind of a play off of that, but I did like a tuna and then the jaguars.
Oh, okay, I see the tuna. Yeah. Tuna is like a fruit, cactus fruit.
Yeah.
It's hard to kind of draw.
No, but now that we're hearing it from you, now we're able to put it all together. I didn't had seen that the tuna.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's not like the fish tuna. It's like cactus fruit.
Yeah.
In case anybody has a question about that.
It's kind of hard to paint because it's a weird shape.
Actually, how did you paint that? Was it like
It was with house paint.
Where is this located at? Is it still around or?
It's not there anymore. It was at a gallery space, but I haven't done any murals in a little while, so I have to get back into it. But yeah, it took me about a week.
you use brushes or?
Yeah, I just used like the big like house paint brushes, and then maybe some like regular like paint brushes, but small, a little bit bigger, you know.
For like the details. Yeah.
That's dope.
Is this your newer stuff in the?
This one's a little bit newer. It was kind of like based off of, I did like a small series of women or femme people that sorry, I'm trying to think of what I did.
Well, I mean, like you mentioned that you were connecting to like the indigenous part,
Yeah.
because I could see like her nose that,
Well,
and
yeah.
then the two colors. I'm pretty sure they represent. You
Yeah.
have like a message in there, right?
Yeah, I went to the LA Women's March and I was just looking at like the crowd and it was like so diverse and really beautiful and angry.
Well, I mean, everybody has the right to, voice their opinion, and I think that's
Yeah.
like coming around, right? Again, the
I
march.
think so. In art?
No,
Oh, the
the
march?
women's
Yeah,
march.
the march. They moved it to Las Vegas and it's on Saturday. It's
Yeah,
tomorrow.
I had seen something about that. That's why I
Yeah.
was mentioning it.
Yeah, so they're doing it over there. My cousin's going.
That's nice.
Yeah, yeah.
So does she have a uniform or?
No, she just has like a jacket, like maybe like a jean jacket with like a fleece.
Ooh.
But I wanted to like combine like, like what somebody like cool now would be wearing, and then like combine it with like maybe their indigenous like aesthetic, what they would have worn before. I really like the codexes, but I don't want to copy them. Like I feel like I want to make like add myself or like all aspects of myself, I guess, to my
It's
artwork.
like you give your own art, your own identity to the art.
Yeah.
Like you let it have its own identity. Let it,
Yeah.
like if people see your piece, they'll be like, oh, that's by Maritza, and it's because
Hopefully.
the colors and then the shapes,
Yeah.
the narrative in there.
Yeah. Yeah, I want it to be individual. But I think that's the great thing about art is if you're really like pursuing it, there's no way that like it's going to look like anybody else's really. It's always going to be your own because every person's so different.
That's good though. Just giving it yourself into it, so people know you're giving it yourself into it. So, what's going on here? What's the message in this one?
This one is saying, I'm depressed.
I think that's everybody in LA. There with all the issues.
Well, some of the stuff that I sent to you guys, it's from last year and the year before, was kind of a hard time for me. So I kind of dealt with it like through my artwork. So a lot of that emotion.
And is that why the blues, like the turquoise blues in there?
Well, I did a big group where I like blue anyways, but I included blue in basically each piece, but it just like has to do with like maybe like feeling blue, and then
Yeah,
also
that's what I was asking. Yeah.
yeah, but also like it was like it was my dad's favorite color, so I put it in all my work.
So, what favorite colors do you like using in your art?
Besides
Right
blue.
now, let's see. Right now, I'm really into like hot pink or neon orange.
Are they usually like metallic, solids, or like glossy?
Matte. I like matte. Yeah.
That's a good color.
Or glitter.
This down too. Oh, that's a good one.
Glitter's expensive though.
Yeah, that is expensive.
And is this another mural or like an
Yeah,
installation?
this is a mural that I did at this space that's not there anymore. It's called Honey Trap. My friend Dove invited me to do a mural there, and when I saw the area she wanted me to do it, I thought like a mouth. It's like going into the bathroom, so they had already painted it like this really awesome, like what color? Coral? A coral color, so I thought I'll just do like a big mouth, so it's like an entryway. And then I kind of did like a tongue, but I was gonna do it to the floor, but I got lazy.
How long did it take you?
That I feel like each mural's taking me about like a week.
Okay, yeah, not bad, not bad.
Yeah.
That's fast.
And it's by yourself though, right?
Yeah,
Or
it's
you
by
get help?
myself. The first I did this like a live art thing. It was sort of like a mural for the Jazz Reggae Festival that they do at USC.
I think it's USC.
I think it's USC. And then the first time I did it, I didn't know that you're supposed to use like a roller. So I was like painting with like a big brush, like almost the whole first day.
Oh, like
So-
the underpainting and all that stuff, like the primer.
Yeah, just the background color. And then so it's a learning, you know.
It's a learning process.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
remember I did
learning.
my first one, and it was like the type of brick that soaks up like water. So like I did a coat, and then I did another coat, and I was like, why isn't this working? And the guy told me that you need to put at least 5 or 6 coats on this for it to be solid enough.
Yeah.
And yes, you live and learn.
Yeah. So.
And
I get it.
are these drawings of yours?
Oh.
Well, I mean,
so
I know they're yours, but what I'm saying, are they like recent or?
these ones are a little bit newer. The one on the left is done with like gouache paint, and then the one on the right is a portrait of Ambrosia Salad, who's like a really awesome DJ
Okay.
and drag. I would say a drag star.
Cool. Shout outs to what was
Ambrosia Salad.
Ambrosia Solid. Shout outs. You're in the portrait. What about the other one? Was that like somebody else? Did you get a reference, or it was just
Which one?
the
That
the
one?
with like the
No.
Aztec? I don't know if it's Aztec, but
The only reference was is the you know the god I don't know how to say it, but it's the god of death.
oh Mitlan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
have to, like,
I
look at
remember.
it.
I had just read it in the morning on somebody's
Oh, yeah,
page,
Yeah. Oh.
but yeah.
That's okay. And how long have you been painting actually?
I guess like, 'cause I wasn't really painting before, so I started painting maybe in 2000. So I was doing like really blocky, like just like outline kind of stuff with like paint markers, and now I'm trying to do more like shading, and it is a lot of work.
Yeah, it's. I mean,
People that can do hyper realistic
do
paintings.
you take commissions?
Yeah, I do.
I don't know if you want to put
Yeah,
that
yeah.
out there.
I do.
Okay.
How
I
can
did
people reach you? Do you have like an email
can-
you want them to
on my
reach you?
Instagram? You could DM me, or like my emails machamachete@gmail.com. But yeah, I did a really fun commission for Kim, who works at Espacio.
Who's Kim?
Kim is this really cool girl that works at Espacio. But she asked for a piece, like, and then she got it tattooed, and it was really cool.
What? So you made something for her and then she tattooed it on herself?
Yeah, no pressure.
What? That's crazy. That's dope though.
I was scared, but she really liked it. It came out good, I think.
Yeah.
I
That's
still owe her
good.
friend something too.
So what's going on here?
This is from a while ago, where we did like this like 3-person show, and I wanted to do like a video. It's called And Then, and we just did stuff like we did little characters where they did different stuff throughout the day. So we did a video with like bags over our heads. But I don't know where the video is, but I did it with my friend Dan, who's a really great artist also, and Ashley, who goes by Chula Face. She's doing a lot of stuff now too.
That's good. So you do a lot of collabs then, right?
Yeah, I really like to collaborate. It can be hard, but it's really, I feel like it really pushes you to like think in a different way. And sometimes when you do artwork on your own, you're really, you get really like caught up in like, I want it this way, and like I'm gonna do this. And so like when you collaborate, it's kind of maybe a different Yeah.
Yeah. That's dope.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
this video.
oh.
I did a
What's this?
video a while ago.
I was like, whoa, what is that?
Hopefully, no one has epilepsy.
So what is this actually?
It's just a video that I did a while ago. I can't remember. I
Is
think.
that Tochli? The
Yeah.
rabbit in the moon?
Well, yeah, it's all the day signs. So I did like a little video. I think I can't remember what I made it for, but I just wanted to try it. But
So you do digital art as well?
yeah, well, when I did fashion design, I was doing graphic design. And I just did it on Photoshop. I did like Illustrator and then Photoshop, and it worked out. But I would like to do more videos maybe in the future. I don't know.
That's dope. That's dope. You have a lot
This
of
is awesome. I
skills
didn't
and
expect the
quality.
video. I'm enjoying the video.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks. I thought that would be good for, this. We're doing it.
What is going on? Created by Maritza Torres.
Nice, nice. Thank you for sharing that with us. And yeah, we're actually reaching our second half?
Intermission.
Yeah, intermission.
Yeah.
We just want to thank you for coming by and dropping by the show.
Thanks for having me.
And this is the beginning of the year, and
Mhm.
most likely we'll reach out and have you come back on. Maybe
Okay.
do some live painting, because we do that here also.
Sure.
Do you have any shout outs before
Links,
we
web
go to
stores, handles.
Shout out. Shout out.
Marco? What is that?
Shout out to George, my husband.
Shout out George.
Shout out to George.
The chillest. I don't know. I don't know what. Right now I'm like. Oh, right now I'm working
Maybe
on like
Espacio?
a comic book. Yeah, Espacio always.
You're looking at a comic book.
Shout out Espacio. It's all good. It's all good. It's the Eskwilax.
Your
art.
IG handle for all of the fans that are watching.
Yeah, Maritza Torres Art, and yeah, I'm putting together a comic book. I should be like, I'm gonna approach a few spaces and see if they can carry it. But I want to also have it like it's in English right now, but I want to do it in Spanish and also like the different native languages like Mexico. So
Nice.
working on that.
Want to introduce Zapotec into that?
Oh yeah, yeah.
If
If
you
you
wanna
need one, yeah,
translate.
I could do translate it. I can't write Zapotec, but I can like speak it.
I need
But
a
we can work
translator.
around it, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
So the next artist that's gonna be coming up is Paper Mache. He's not here actually.
He's here, but yeah, thank you again for
Yeah,
stopping by. You know, we
It was chill.
yeah, I mean, just taking the time to come here, because you know, not everybody would take the time to just kind of put their art out there and share it with us.
Yeah.
Sharing is caring, right?
Sharing is caring.
And yeah, if you guys know how it works. If you like her artwork, hit her up, collaborate with her. This is like also like a network. Then we actually received a message from an artist, I think yesterday, today. You know, she said that coming on the show got her to meet other artists. So you guys meet Maritza, hit her up for art inquiries.
Yeah. I do commissions. I have pieces, and I'm having some shows this year. So
Wanna tell the audience where they at or
yeah.
Not
Well,
yet.
I'm gonna have a solo show at Espacio, I think
Nice.
in June, and working with this newer gallery in Riverside.
All right, Riverside, keep an eye out for that.
Pain Sugar Gallery.
Riverside.
Cane Sugar Gallery.
Yeah, so that'll be good. I'm trying to figure out what to do, but we'll see.
Well, hopefully you come back on the show again and share your experiences this year with us.
The live
Okay.
paint.
Yeah, I could live paint.
Sweet. So yeah, we have lots of space right here, and then we
Alright.
also do like multiple artists all at once.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
we'll be back from
We'll be
Peace.
back. Sure.